What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more garbage. And we're going back to their 2.0 album, 1998. And the next tune is When I Grow Up. Obviously, all the members of the band at this point are adults, so it feels like it could be written about a character, autobiographical or otherwise, who is in fact still young, and they're projecting forward what they expect or what they think might happen when they reach adulthood, which, for those of us who've been lucky enough to survive into adulthood, it seems far less of an immediate threshold than it's presented as when you're a kid, right? It's like, oh, well, you get to this age and then you're an adult and then these things happen and then you get a little older and you're able to do these things or, own property. And like, it just feels like everything is laid out as these specific, hard, quantitative thresholds. And then you get older and it's like, these are processes and spectrums which span longer periods of time than I was told. So yeah, I feel like it could be written from the point of view of someone who is younger, but it could also be, ironic, or there could be some sort of figurative meaning to the phrase where it's coming from an adult, but it's saying like, maybe when I'm 50, or when I get there, maybe I still won't be an adult. Maybe I won't grow up until I reach a certain age that's beyond the horizon that I'm aware of. It could also be the idea of growing up, meaning deadening the curiosity or the innocence or the naivete that defines youth and childhood, where all other things being equal, kids would be inclined to trust things or to think that things are well ordered and taken care of and people know what they're doing. And then you get older and it's like, wait, so none of that is true? It's like everyone's just kind of winging it, and some people more charitably than others. Okay. So yeah, I feel like any of those things are possible, but no doubt it will relate to none of that, and I'll be pointlessly wasting your time, which I will stop doing now. So here we go. This is Garbage. The track is When I Grow Up, and it's from the 1998 2.0 album. I like that sort of dystopian lo-fi hip-hop vibe, which then changed very rapidly.
Cut my tongue out, I've been caught out like a giant juggernaut. Happy hours, golden showers, on a cruise to freak you out. We could fly out, helicopter, nothing left to talk about. Entertain you, celebrate you, I'll be back to frame you when I grow up. I'll be stable. When I grow up, I'll turn the tables.
Interesting. I do love that. The percussive rhythm. Sort of drum and bass-ish.
Damn the consequences when I grow up, I'll be stable. When I grow up, I'll turn the tables.
I like the grinding guitar mixed with the
Blood and blisters on my
floating
fingers.
vocals.
Chaos rules when we're apart. Watch my temper, I go mental. I'll try to be gentle when I grow up. I'll be stable. When I grow up, I'll turn the tables. When I grow up. When I grow
the
up,
bass.
when I grow up, I'll turn the table. Don't take offense,
was weird is like her lead vocal was buried behind her backing vocal. And a needle scratch slash stylus removal from a record. I like it. Yeah, it sounds like it's interesting because it sounds like there's an ambition for things to change when she can get to that point, but then it sounds like maybe there's an irony to it that maybe like she is an adult and she is sort of, you know, wanting things to be different, but you know, when I grew up, it's always this future like hypothetical. It doesn't actually happen. So I don't know, I feel like maybe I'm reading too much into that part of it, but yeah, it does sound like there's some sort of revenge or table turning that she wants to happen, and she's convinced that, you know, when she can get past one of those thresholds that maybe that will be possible. But yeah, it feels like if that's the case, then clearly, you know, the situation hasn't been rectified or ameliorated as she might see it in the present. So again, it's still a future possibility, not an actual process. Either way, I'm curious to hear what people have to say. I like the vocals. It like, I don't know. There were parts where it once again sounded a bit different. It wasn't so much that like slightly haunting, even if sort of soft and, you know, not like intense or like shouting in any way. But she has, again, like multiple songs I've heard so far. There's a sweet quality to the vocal, but there's also a haunting sound. This felt a bit more like straight away, for lack of a better way to say it, but still like really cool. And I enjoyed the way, as I said, it was sort of layered in the latter stages to the point where, again, it felt like what was technically the lead vocal, like really sort of belting and extending, was kind of buried behind, at least in terms of like volume or like sonic presence, her own backing vocals. It was cool and layered, but not in the way that you would normally expect. So yeah, enjoyed that. And as I said, the whole time it had that like essentially a drum and bass beat. Like, you know, it wasn't quite the arrangement of particular drums, but it had that syncopated, like fast syncopated rhythm where it's like, you know, drum, snare, drum, snare. So I enjoyed or like kick, snare, kick, snare, I guess technically. But yeah, I enjoyed that, and there were moments where, as I said, the vocals, she was doing these like melodic floating type of vocals, but there's this gritty, like electric grinding guitar that's sort of layered below it. So I enjoyed the composition of the tune. And yeah, ultimately curious to hear what people have to say about the lyrics. Enjoying the journey through this second album, which obviously very early days still, but yeah, 2.0, you know, it sounds like they are exploring some different styles, including, you know, vocally and sonically, or, you know, stylistically, I guess I should say. So yeah, looking forward to hearing more of that. Once again, shout out to Philip for sharing this, shout out to Mikey, who always comments on the garbage reactions. And yeah, ultimately, if you've noticed, I have gotten to the point where I can say another garbage reaction, we're back with more garbage and so on, and it doesn't make me tee-hee and giggle like an immature boy, but ultimately I expect there may be some point in the future where it's not actively in my mind, and then I'm going to say a phrase and it's still going to make me laugh. So I think we've mostly gotten through it, but there may be further instances of silliness like that. So in any case, let me know what you think, and we'll see you next time. Peace.